about to perform an egg cleanse on my baby because spiritual attacks are real. And if someone is sending spiritual attacks to you, best believe it can and will affect your children, okay? So, a little while ago, I was on the phone with my therapist, and we were pretty much at the end of our session. And something came to my mind that I needed to talk to her about. So, to make a long story short, you guys, to make a long story short, I was telling her about this person that I used to go to school with. And, when I went to school with this guy, he was like one of those guys that was like super conceited because, like, I'm 36 guys. So when I was in high school, it was very big. My boys that was like light skinned with pretty eyes and all those things like that. Those boys tend to be like very stuck up. So he was one of them kind of guys that he was very, very stuck up and he only liked this certain kind of girls and he was just weird and rude. Um, However, fast forward now to today, to 2024. He's gone, completely gone out his mind. Like I feel like someone laced him. He's completely gone. I've seen him a few times within the last like 5, 6 years, and I noticed that he was completely gone. So boom, last week I'm taking my kids to Target. And we go to Target, we do our shopping. Afterward, they want Burger King. So I take them into Burger King. And we're in Burger King and we're sitting and we're eating, just enjoying each other. And boom, this dude walk in. Now, the chances of me seeing him is very, very little to none. Okay, little to none. When I say I see this guy like every few years, it's literally every few years. Okay, so when he walked in, he immediately came in and he was just like cursing and talking to himself and saying that he wanted to like smack a bee in the face and he was completely gone. Like he walked past us as if we weren't there, but at the same time, we could tell he noticed that we were there. He went to the cash register and they proceeded to ask him did he want to order. He yelled at them, if you're not going to give it to me for free, what the fuck are you asking me for? Like, he was completely gone. The hairs on my arm started to raise. My kids were spooked and I immediately like started folding up our food, putting it away. I'm like, we gotta go. So he walks back toward us and he stops and looks. And then he kept going and he walked out. So I'm like, oh my God, he's leaving. Like I'm happy because he's leaving, but at the same time, I'm still packing us up because it's time for us to go, right? I didn't like the energy that I felt. So we leave after that and boom, we leave, boom, go home, done with, it's over. I don't think too much about it anymore, but it has still bothered me, right? Because the energy within him, that spirit within him felt like it came to fuck with me, if that makes sense. So, fast forward to yesterday. So, yesterday, we going back to Target. Oh no, Rayleigh's shoes, her school shoes that I got her, were a little too small. So, I wanted to take them back to get her a bigger size. And I don't drive. You guys know I don't drive. Like, and if I do, it's not going to be far at all. I don't like driving. So I was trying to save money yesterday and not take no Uber or Lyft. So we just caught the bus, right? We got on the bus. Very rare I do that, but for some reason I did yesterday. Get on the damn bus. We on a bus. Shit is fine. Get to a stop. Guess who's walking on? Just guess who's walking on? Yes, the crazy guy. He gets on the bus and the hair on my arm is like sticking up again. It's not him, it's the spirit within him that's fucking with me. So he get on the bus. He being weird. He's being weird to the bus driver. He asked the bus driver, can he get in? Can he get a free ride? He actually yelled it at the bus driver. The bus driver knew he was insane. He didn't say anything. He basically saying, get the fuck on. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do. Just keep going. He goes all the way to the back of the bus. I looked at my two kids. I look at Riley and I look at Zuri. I said, y'all see who that is? They instantly did like this. They knew. I said, that's the guy from last week. I said, we about to get off because I don't like his energy. So because he was sitting at the back of the bus, I didn't get off. I was about to get off and call and call an Uber or a Lyft because I just didn't like the energy that I was getting from him. So anyway, and because he was at the back of the bus, I didn't end up getting off the bus. So I stayed on the bus and we like 2 stops away from where we were getting off at. And all of a sudden, he comes and sits right next to us. And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, but he's not looking at me, if that makes sense. He's not looking at me, but he was looking at me. So I telepathically told the nigga, like, don't fuck with me today because today ain't the fucking day. Like, I don't know why you keep following me, but don't fuck with me and don't set it to my kids. Like, I telepathically communicated that shit with him. And I know he got it. So our stop comes, we get off, boom, we on our bed, we taking, we walk in, we minding our business, we get into Target, do what I have to do there. We did everything that we needed to do. Come home, let it go. But it was still bothering me. I tried to let it go, but it was bothering me because I know it wasn't a coincidence that I ran into him not once but twice. So now how I'm thinking, y'all know I'm a deep thinker, y'all know I'm hella spiritual, y'all. I half of the time I don't be wrong about the shit that I be feeling, right? My intuition do not fucking lie to me. So if my intuition is telling me like someone's sending him toward you and not him. When I say him, I don't mean his shell. Someone's sending that spirit that's in him toward you. And so when I'm on the phone with my therapist, something told me to tell her about that. So I'm telling her, I'm like, I've been feeling a little eerie lately. I'm like, nothing's wrong. Everything is going right in my life right now. But I just got this eerie feeling like somebody wants me to die or somebody wants to hurt one of my kids. Like I just got this eerie feeling. So she's listening to me and I tell her, I said, you know, I know that I keep running into this guy, but it's not the guy, it's the energy that's in him. And I feel like someone close to me is sending that spirit toward me. And when I ask myself, who is it? The first person that comes to my mind. So I reiterated that. I said the first person that comes to my mind is Chosen's dad. Soon as I said Chosen's dad, you know what happened? Chosen falls through the window. He had his hand on my daughter's screen, and when he put pressure on it, it broke. He falls through the window. I literally caught my baby by his ankles, like by his ankles, and I couldn't even yank him back in easily because the screen was like it was on the back of his neck, keeping him outside the window. His whole body was outside the window. I'm literally holding him by the ankles, and my therapist is hearing all of this, and I'm like, so I snatch him back in, and of course he's hollering because he's seeing himself falling. Like I'm on the second floor. So if he would have fell out this window, he would have died. Like immediately, he would have hit the ground and been dead, right? So by the grace of God, like I don't know what angel. Obviously, there was an angel with me because still right now, I cannot fathom. I can't even process. I can't even understand how I got him back in. If you guys, I can't even explain it to y'all. Y'all would have to seen it. But I got him back in clearly. He's right here, huh? He's right here. But I just start crying. I just instantly start crying, and my therapist crying with me because she's hearing all of it going on. And it was freaky and creepy because as soon as I had said, I got this eerie feeling, and I feel like Chosen's dad, Chosen went out. What is that? What is that? That's confirmation. That's confirmation. I don't talk to y'all much about Chosen's dad because it's nothing to real. It's no reason to give energy into that situation. He says he calls whenever he wants, and he says I love you guys, and then we don't hear from him again. So I'm not gonna say he don't love us, but I'm not gonna say he do either because like if you love somebody, you show that you love them. And going months without contacting your son, going months without calling to check on your son is not showing love. So I feel like he sits in there and he's angry because of his situation. And it's not that he's intentionally wishing death on us or saying, I hope my son die or I hope my baby mama die. But he wants us to feel what he's feeling. Not us. He wants me to feel what he's feeling. And he's feeling dead in there. He's literally fighting a attempted murder charge. He's feeling dead in there. But anyway, I know for a fact that he's wishing death on me or one of my kids because as soon as I said his name, my baby flew through the window. Like it's just weird. It's just very fucking weird. And so I'm about to do this egg cleanse on him because Yeah, I gotta rebuke. I gotta get this shit up on my out of our energy.